Has your injury accident resulted in a catastrophic injury? What is a catastrophic injury? How do you know when your just very bad injury levels off and goes up to or elevates to a catastrophic injury? Well, the answer is it probably has something to do with the quality of the lawyer you hire. Yeah. Simple fact of the matter is, and I'm mindful of this every day, it doesn't matter the amount of property damage on the vehicle. It doesn't matter whether the first doctor you saw was a chiropractor or an acupuncturist or the emergency room. And it doesn't matter whether you saw the board-certified neurologist or simply the physician's assistant on the Indian reservation. At the end of the day, the question in my mind when I think about catastrophic injuries is, are these the sorts of injuries that are going to affect somebody for 1 year, 5 years, 15 years, maybe the rest of their life? A person can be injured today and can be facing the consequences of early disability, of early onset of arthritis, of being affected where whether they started out seeing a chiropractor, whether you went immediately to an emergency room, whether you were put in almost initially in a wheelchair as a result of your crash, or whether you end up there after a 15-year battle with degeneration. Catastrophic injuries from these crashes that we deal with on a daily basis are present. The question is going to be, do you want to hire an attorney who's going to take consideration of the fact that any claim, and I mean any claim, can have a catastrophic consequence to the family or the individual involved in the crash? All cases do not necessarily result in my office in a catastrophic injury. But going into every case, I'm mindful of the fact that I may be dealing with somebody who could have 15 or 20 years or the rest of their life to be dealing with their injuries. Are they going to have health insurance in the future? Is anyone going to have health insurance in the future? Are they going to have the money to pay for the things when down the road that thing comes to fruition that they're going to need in terms of care? How is this going to affect wages? Are they ever going to have a problem where they won't be able to do the work they do because of the injury they had that I'm representing them for? So I try to go out and get the best answers I can. And then I talk to the insurance company when talking settlement in that language. What we understand the doctors are telling us about the 1 year, 5 year, 15-year time horizon of the injury. And when we can't get cases settled with the insurance adjuster, I have that same discussion basically with the jury. I bring in the doctors to explain what they envision the 1 year, 5 year, 15-year time horizon is going to be or more for the injury. And I think by doing that and by recognizing the fact that every injury, every accident, regardless of the damage to the vehicle or regardless of what doctor you saw first or frankly how long it took for you to see a doctor, can have a catastrophic consequence to the client. And so I think my job is to make sure that I know what's out there and I properly be able to respectfully represent your interests relative to that potentially catastrophic